Ball him over one more time. 50-yard line.
Parents, again, please make your way to the 50-yard line. Check in with Athletic Director Lynn. He will take it from there. Right on over the 50-yard line. This evening, the Littleton Athletics Department would like to recognize the seniors on both football and cheer, as this will be their last regular season home game of their 4-year career right here at Alumni Field. We would like to thank you for your dedication, commitment, and years of service to both the football and cheer programs. At this time, we'd like to call the seniors to be recognized. Jenny Hunt. Here tonight by his parents, Kelly and Matt, and sister Grace. Quabbin joined by his folks, Melissa and Joe, sister Olivia, and although not in attendance tonight, his brother Justin. Nick Brooks, joined by Michelle and Ed, and his grandmother Bobby. Zach Milner. He's joined tonight by Julie and Darren. Jameson Haggerty. He's joined by Ben and Brendan and his brother Austin. Andrew LeDuc is joined tonight by Nana LeDuc. Owen Reedy. Joined by his folks, Serafina and Steve, brothers Liam and Declan, and his grandparents. Cooper Jurgens. Joined by Lauren and Bruce. Griffin McAllister. Joined by Mom Kelly, Sister Marley, and Brother Fletcher. Alejandro Horton. Joined by Julie and Mike. Casey Keenan. Joined by his parents, Sean and Trisha, sister Jamie, brother Tommy, sister-in-law Brianna, and his nephew, Sean James. Landon Palmer. He's joined by his folks, Nicole and Sam, brother Mason, sister Julia, and sister Mallory. Stefana Goose. Joined by his mom, Dawn, and step-parent, Tanisha. And now for the seniors on cheer, Brooklyn Lindsay. She's joined tonight by her mom, Zatara Lindsay. And Giselle Pereira. Joined tonight by her mom, Lydia Cabello, dad Isione Pereira, and sister Elione. Once again, congratulations, seniors. Thank you to you and to your parents for supporting these two wonderful programs of the last 4 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another LCTV broadcast of Littleton High School football. My name is Ben Storman, and I'm here along with a good friend of mine, Lincoln Palmer, and we welcome you into Alumni Field here in Littleton, Mass, to give you this spooky matchup between your Littleton Tigers and the visiting Quabbin Panthers. Well, Link, I must say, it's a beautiful Halloween night here at Alumni. And ladies and gents, if you tuned in earlier, it was senior night. We love those festivities. We love to see it. But Lincoln, here's the question. Do you think it will be a trick or treat for the senior Tigers playing in their last regular home game tonight?
Well, Ben, to answer that question, I think it's already a bit of a trick. The Tigers are banged up. That's no secret. They're dealing with some injuries. You got Teddy Hunt. He's out completely. You got the go-to player for the Tigers in Zachary Milner. He's only playing on the defensive side of the ball today. So it's going to be problematic to say the least. The Tigers are missing some of their key guys, and we'll see if they can overcome the Quabbin
Panthers.
Panthers.
Well, Link, I mean, I know this Littleton team, they may have injuries, but I know one thing that Coach Ferrante and the other coaches for that matter are saying, and that's that next man up mentality.
Absolutely. Ben, you're a guy who made a living doing that during your junior year. Got an opportunity, made the most of it, and then you never came out. So let's see if some of these young guys can step up. Fortunately for the Tigers, Mano is under center. He's going to hand it off, and that's going to be good for a gain of about 5.
Yeah.
That was Evan Fitzgerald.
Good looking play there. I thought maybe there was a little bit more room to roam on that outside, but really good contain there by that edge rusher on Quabbin to keep it just about a 4-yard gain. Would you say, Link?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's give a big shout out to tonight's game sponsor. Once again, it's the Napoli Pizzeria, located 439 Littleton Road, just over the Littleton line in Westford, just before Kimball's. The Napoli, Ben, what can we say? It's authentic brick oven pizza, and I can tell you it's fantastic. So scan the QR code when it's going to be on your TV at some point. Put in an order. It's great. You guys are out trick-or-treating. You got the kids, get a pie there. It's a great way to spend the night.
Why not, Link? Me and you chomped on a couple of slices before this game, and I'll tell you what, that sauce, it's sweet. But it ain't too sweet.
Absolutely, Ben. Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right.
So the Tigers are coming out in 3rd and 6 here. They're going to get tested right away. Man in motion. It's Brooks. That's Branco. Quick.
Mano fires it.
Wow, nice play.
Able to get the first. Snap was a little out to Mano's left, but he snares it with one hand and sets his feet to make the throw over to Branco. Good play there. Branco.
Branco, they do a nice job bringing him in motion. He gets up, gets about 4 yards, and cuts with Mano. They're working the sideline, and Branco does a good job at getting the ball and getting upfield to get that first down.
He does. He really does. Yeah, good spot to move the chains there. 3rd and 6, you never want to come out and go 3 and out. It's a total tone setter. Big play right there for the Tigers. I like it.
Absolutely. Quarterback keeper, and he gets swallowed up for a loss of 4.
Yeah.
Let's take a look, Ben, what the Tigers and Panthers have been up to. Littleton at 3 and 4, kind of a bad loss to St. Paul and Worcester last Saturday for the Tigers. They lost 2, 3, maybe 4 key guys in the first quarter, so that was no good.
Little goose egg.
Meanwhile, Quabbin, they've been on a roll, 5 and 2. They beat some good teams, Oxford, Narragansett, Ayr. One thing I'll say, though, is the Tigers lost to Narragansett 7-0. and it was a close one. Tigers had the ball on the 2-yard line, couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
Quabbin played Narragansett, and they won by 1 score. So the Tigers are in this. They have a shot at it.
No, yes, this should be a pretty evenly matched game.
Nice cut by Fitzgerald. He's really turned on this year, Ben. He started off pretty slow. Didn't know what to expect from him, and when he's got the ball, he's made the most of it.
He has, as he takes this one up to the 50-yard line. Tigers in pretty good shape here. It is going to bring up 3rd and 4. I do believe this would be 4th down territory.
Fitzgerald is just a junior, so you'd expect next year we'll be calling his name a fair amount.
So, Lincoln, let's say this is 4th down territory right now. Do you just run this twice?
I don't necessarily say you run it twice. They've had success. I mean, some of these DNs for Quabbin looking pretty big.
Got
They're
some
going to go
room for
quarterback keeper, and they're going to get it. First down for the Tigers. It almost doesn't matter, Ben.
It does not matter. Like, we didn't even need to think about it. Alrighty, so 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ladies and gents, just trying to let the game breathe a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's something that Lincoln and I,
We're developing too, just like these players as announcers. We're developing.
Absolutely.
Drop back. Oh, Evan gets killed, but he gets the ball out, and he seems a little slow. He got absolutely drilled.
Yeah.
I will say, Quabbin's got some big boys up front. I believe that was Wes Sanderson, the junior, number 1, that drilled Mano.
Lincoln, as a player, you can speak to this. I want to know what your thoughts are. It's Thursday night, and obviously, ladies and gents, these Tigers are used to playing on Fridays, with exception to last week's Saturday game. But with all this mix-up of when they're playing, I mean, does that affect you as a player, Link, mentally?
I'm going to answer this after this play. Handoff, swallowed up upfield, loss of 6.
Yeah, ladies and gents, and that's going to be the big man, Trace Devin, on the tackle.
So, Ben, to answer your question, absolutely. A Thursday night game, it's just like, to me, when me and you were when you woke up Friday morning, you were just buzzing, man. You were like,
put the jersey on and go to school.
Let me get to school so I can get to lunch, so I can finish the school day, so I can get ready, get hyped up to play the game. To me, it's like a Thursday night. It's like, I'm thinking about, oh shoot, I have biology homework due tomorrow, don't I? Because I've been putting it off all week.
But thinking too much about the game. All of a sudden, you got a presentation to give, and you got nothing to present.
Next thing you know, Miss Berlinger's getting on your case and this and that. So it's
she'd never.
Thursday night, it just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Little drop back for Mano.
Wow, screen pass, and they got blockers. All right, so that's going to bring up 4th and 8. You think you go for it here, Ben?
Yeah, I think you do, Link, in this situation.
Their punting has been abysmal, to say the least.
I mean, you have to think you're on the Panthers' side of the field here. You're crossed over the 50. You've had a nice time-consuming drive. You want to keep this ball right now. You don't want to give it up, especially you're playing a team that has a better record than you. You want to be on the aggressive side of things.
Yes, if I'm Mano, I'm going roll out right, and I want guys coming across my field and a couple guys going deep. He's going to sit in the pocket. Now he's going to roll out right. He's got the edge, but he doesn't have enough space to run. And that
just takes it outside.
Now, there might have been a late hit on that. As a Tiger fan, you're hoping it was.
Mm-hmm. I heard some Tiger fans yelling here for it.
I don't know if Mano didn't see the guys way down there or what, but I probably would have thrown it up as a chance ball rather than just take this out of bounds.
Right, and then if it gets picked all the way downfield, it's like a punt anyway. So, yeah, Link, I agree with you. I was surprised he just ran it out of bounds there after 2 yards. I thought at least throw it up there, But anyway, what we're
sometimes the veteran can make too veteran of a play.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, rookie mistakes here for the chain guys. They're getting a little mixed up.
Yeah, come on, move, guys. Come on.
Move.
Quabbin rushes up to the ball.
I would get on their case a little bit if it wasn't my Uncle Sammy on the chains. So Quabbin's going to go quarterback power to the right, and they got blockers, man.
Yeah.
They got some big boys out there. You just can't let them get momentum like that, Ben. Otherwise, it's going to be 7-8 yards a whack.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you got neon socks up to the 49, and they're on Tiger territory. Mano,
Looks like that's Milner that
Milner.
limped off last minute, and he's dealing with an ankle injury that's pretty substantial.
yeah, Link, he looks pretty hobbled as he slams the bench in frustration. Link, that does not look good.
Now they're gonna go same thing, power left. So they only had Milner playing defense today because of the ankle injury. They said it's pretty clear he can't cut. The only thing is, Ben, linebacker, you're doing a lot of shuffling, man.
Yep.
A lot of it.
Yep, you are. You are, Lincoln.
Yeah, ankles are one of those things, man. As a player, you're just so mad. I know I dealt with an ankle injury, and it's just like,
It's very
like,
nagging.
why is this keeping me from playing the game? You know, why
Yeah.
is it?
You know,
And you can try to push through all you want, but
your weight's going to be on it all game, Link.
wow, that
Oh,
doesn't
cuts
look
it
good
back.
at all.
Good run there.
This kid for Quabbin's pretty elusive.
Yeah, Link, who was that, number 4? Joey Flynn there on the tackle. Yeah, Link, he made that right step cut, and then he cut it back left and left a couple of Tigers in the dust, and they're already at the 21-yard line, knocking here on the red area already.
So those of you that are looking for the playoff picture for the Tigers, it doesn't look good. Basically, to have a shot, pass play out here. And Mano in on the tackle. Basically, the Tigers have to win this game, and they need a couple brothers to lose.
Yeah.
And that is not what you love to be playing for on senior night.
Well, Link, I am here, and you have to have at least 3 wins to make the playoffs, and they do qualify that way, but I hear you. It's going to be tough sledding, but hey, if you're the Tigers and you're not going to make the playoffs, you're still looking to knock off some teams here. Keep the dream
Absolutely.
alive.
At least play spoiler, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. We pitch it out to the left here.
Little option play and swallowed up. Ben, I remember sophomore year for baseball, we were out of the playoffs, but Ayers Shirley had a chance to make playoffs for the first time in 10 years. And what did we do? We played spoiler as spoiler gets. They had to play us twice down the stretch.
Yeah.
Last 3 games, 2 of them were against us. They had to beat us one time, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, ruining another team's season, Lincoln, it's almost as good as making the playoffs yourself.
That's what it's all about, man. It really is. If I'm not happy, nobody is.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So Quabbin's knocking on the door here, and Link, we'll see if you're about to be happy or sad depending on these next couple of plays here.
Yeah, 2nd and 3. Tigers need to get stout here, and that's not stout.
Yeah, that's about the opposite of stout. That's a walk in and let you have it.
And this is where it starts to get demoralizing for the Tigers, you know? I know it's only 7. I know it's 6-0 right now, but this Tigers bench right now is thinking, oh boy, we are in for it. And I think that's going to come down to the coaching staff of getting these guys fired up, getting them riled up, know that they have a shot at this.
Yeah.
But Quabbin is not the type of team you can let get a 2-3 score lead on. Because otherwise, forget about it.
The extra point is going to be good by quite a bit. Kid has a nice leg on him. That's for sure. So, I mean, like you said it, all of a sudden down 7-0, 3:58 to play here in the first quarter. Tigers, they got to have something here on this drive. What do they have for an answer? You know, Lincoln. And this broadcast is going to take us to this segment, Link, of Palmer's play call, and I want to know, what is Palmer calling play 1 of this drive?
You know, Ben, you know me. You know the type of coach I am. I like to run the ball first.
You're a run first guy, you know.
I like to test
Classic.
the waters, you know.
Yeah.
And if I think, wow, these brothers are stout, you know, this is going to be a problem, then maybe I go for a play action, a rollout right.
Right.
But these DNs are pretty big and pretty wide out.
They
It's
do.
going to create a problem for Mano rolling out. So that means he's got to step up in the pocket.
Yep, absolutely. And with the feel of this game already is telling me, a big special teams play for the Tigers. I mean, that might be what has to happen for them to win this one.
Absolutely.
So a good return here. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? Going to be received by Nicholas Brooks. I
Oh, he's
believe.
got a lane. He's got a lane. Ben, he's got a lane. But not lane enough. And that's Branco.
Yeah, it was Branco.
Up to 40 to 45-yard line. Maybe they can jumpstart the Tigers' offense here.
Link, I know we always joke around, is it Branco? I mean, obviously now we know it's Branco, but I'll tell you what, with his speed, he certainly runs like a Bronco, and it tends to confuse me, is all I'll have to say here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, you get that kid out in open space, he was gone. He's a dangerous receiver. That's a great return, though. They're already up to the 46-yard line. Great starting field position here. They gotta make use with this.
Alrighty here. A little 2-by-1 action with the tight end to the right, and it's going to be swallowed up. All right, you can't run the ball, Ben. I don't know why they're running the ball. I've been saying to pass the ball for 10 minutes.
Not to mention, Link, that snap has been consistently just a little low and to the left. And I'm telling you, folks, it seems like it's such a little thing, but it really does mess up the rhythm when that snap's not there and on a timely matter.
And that's all the more reason to start passing the ball.
Yeah, you drop
Gives you
back
that
a little
extra
extra
second.
time. Yep.
All right, so 2-by-1 again with the tight end to the right. Man, another drop back. Steps up. And swallowed
Just
up.
nowhere to go. Can't escape the gauntlet.
Yeah, Ben, I'm doing a lot of quarterback watching, so I couldn't honestly tell you if these receivers are getting open or not. So maybe this play, we'll watch the receivers.
Well, I do have to say, Link, even if these receivers are open, the protection just has not been good enough. They're not giving Mano enough time to throw. I get it. I'm looking at these D linemen. I mean, there's some sizable guys out there.
Those kids are corn-fed, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, but still, you gotta double team if you have to. You gotta have the tailback block.
Yeah, and not to mention they're bringing 5-6 guys.
Good protection here, though. You know what, Lincoln? That time I was watching the wide receivers, and I can tell you they were not open on that play.
I saw them, well, they just about ran into each other. You had one of them running a hitch and the other one running a go route right on his tail. And that's going to bring out the punt unit.
Yeah, just that drive, they have that nice return, Link, and you think maybe the Tigers got something going, but it just completely fizzles, and they actually go backwards since they got that return. And I'd be curious, does Bronco do the rugby style? Yes, he does.
Oh!
It was just a liner, Link, and I'll tell you what.
I think he pulled it because the guy was just about to eat his lunch.
And you know what, Link? I don't like this rugby style kick. It always seems like there's pressure by Bronco's feet, and what happens is when you do it, you got to spread the linemen out because, they're moving out to the right, and it makes it very easy for the D-line to penetrate.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Couldn't have said it better myself. I actually was thinking about how much I like the rugby kick. I think they've been doing a good job at it. But I get your point.
I mean,
I get it.
when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. And I have to say, it seems like it's been more bad than it has been good.
Little roll out right, and Milner's all over it.
Yeah, good tackle there by Millie.
And you can tell this kid's ankle's bugging him, man. That's a gutsy performance by Milner to just push through this ankle. And at this point, they're not playing for anything if they can't get this win. So, and he knows that.
Yeah, link tackle there made by Luke Salvador.
If you're one of these seniors, I mean, it's got to be a serious injury not to be in this game,
No, I mean, and at this point in the season, nobody's perfectly healthy. Everyone's playing through a little something.
Oh, that's going to be offsides.
Yeah, Link. Defensive encroachment. And, this Quabbin team, they're already tough enough. You can't be giving them extra yards as it is. Still going to be second down, though, about second down and 7.
Absolutely, Ben. That kid, it looks like he is moving. He's got the sideline.
Wow.
Some extra real estate. Cinco.
Yeah, Chase Talbot. He's got some legs on him, and he moves just about up to the 24-yard line of the Littleton Tigers. And they're already almost back down in this red zone. You know, it's so far, Link, it's been a scary night here for the Littleton Tigers.
I know, Ben. It looks like me and you might be able to make a couple houses by the way this is going.
Yeah, and let's make sure they're king size, you know? Okay, brings up 1st and 10.
All right. Little power right action. Cut back. Oh, man, these kids can just cut through.
That's going to be Salvador, and he moves the chains. It looked like they didn't have a lot of space, but he just wiggles his way on down there. Lincoln, I mean, something that's in my... I never thought of Quabbin as a great team. You got to give them props because the last couple of years or so, they really turned this program around, and they're a good team now.
Absolutely. You know, you think about the last time a Quabbin team was any good at anything, you think about Gavin Price.
Yeah. You know, Link, when you and I were playing, we saw Quabbin on the schedule and thought, cupcake.
Oh, easy. Oh, and this is just wide open.
He just scampers.
That's Wes Sanderson, the junior, who didn't get in. Are they going to mark him short?
I thought he was for sure in there, Link.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up for PAT.
Yeah. 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And, you know, it's not like Quabbin's been feeding one guy here. They got a lot of dudes who can run with the ball. We saw 23 Salvador. We saw number 5 with that huge run, Talbot, I believe his name was. And then number 1, Link, Wes Sanderson, as you just said, he waltzes right on in there. They got some monsters. They got a 3-headed monster going right now.
You know, Ben, I don't love the Halloween senior night vibe.
I just feel like, I mean, it just messes with the
I just don't get why this
players'
game can't be tomorrow night.
Right. And like, not only is this game the day before, but also it's an hour before they're normally used to play. So instead of 6 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock. I mean, these guys, they didn't get out of school too long ago. All right.
And I mean, there's basically no students.
And I'll tell you what, when you're sitting in Mrs. Elmore's math class, I mean, that is mentally draining. Okay. So you need a nice break to regen after that.
Yeah, holy smokes. Rigo, Bearden, I mean, it's all taxing. Walsh, Walsh is a good time. That's always, you can have some fun around there.
You can start talking game plan in the back there.
A little half room.
Little poocher to the 20 hole.
Oh, gotta pick it up, boys.
Lincoln, I think you know
close.
Lincoln, I think you know what I'm about to say, but I mean, that little punt right there, it looked like you take out your 56-degree wedge, whatever you got, your sand wedge.
Float it
you
up.
hit it just right, and that just takes a little back spin and just drops right next to the hole. Every once in a while it happens, and it sure gets you going, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, man, haven't been playing as much golf as I would like, but I know one thing, my chipping game that's what keeps me in it, you know?
Yep, the 50 yards and in, Lincoln, it's just about the short game. The putting, so important, you know?
Absolutely.
But anyway.
Now the Tigers, I mean, this is gut check time, Ben. Down 14-0. You got a quarter to play till halftime.
Milner, a little bit of room outside, going to take this off tackle and just about gets 3 on it.
Milner must have said, all right, give me the ball, enough of this.
Yeah, I mean, he started out only playing defense, Link. Now he's on the offensive side, so it doesn't seem like that ankle's, bother him so much.
You know, Ben, you got to think, too, he's definitely got a little bit of meds in him coming up to play this game, so you got to think, okay, maybe after the first quarter, starting to kick in a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit more than Advil, Lincoln.
Absolutely. All right. Join us this Saturday, November 2nd, 6 o'clock. Come check out the Youth Flag Football Championship. The Bears and the Ravens are going to be showing out in the Super Bowl of the Russell Street Division. And for the middle school division, it's going to be the Lions and the Eagles, and that's kicking off at 7 o'clock. It's free admission. It's here at Alumni. It's going to be on the air if you guys can't make it to come watch it. It's going to be a good time, Ben. You know, I saw a little bit of the Ravens playing. Let me tell you, they got this spread offense. They like to air the ball out.
Okay.
But the Bears, they're a gritty team.
Yeah.
You know, they're one of those guys.
All right.
They have 5 or 6 guys that are best players, so it's going to be a matchup.
Yeah, Link, you know, I'm looking forward to calling those games a little something different for a change. I'm looking forward to watching those little buggers run around. Should be a good time.
And then Saturday night, the real party kicks out. And that is because it's going to be the pregame to the pregame before the Adult Flag Football Championship takes place Sunday morning. Alumni Field, first games are at 9, then 10, championship at 11. That's going to be a good time, too. We're not going to be calling that, but free admission, come check it out.
As Mano delivers a strike to Bronco in the middle of the field, and that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think if you're the Tigers here, let's just spread it out, man. Let's get rid of this ball right now. I want set, go, 1, gone.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you have to adjust. Listen, we know they got a good pass rush. We know Mano, he hasn't had a lot of time to hold it. So just as you said, get it 1, 2, 3 or less, gotta be out.
Even if it's incomplete.
Quick fire.
Branco in motion. Evan Mano, quarterback keeper.
Oh.
That was by 1-1.
Wow. Lincoln. Yeah, it was Mr. Big 1-1. Bryce Vane comes up. Looks like Mano had a little space, had a little hole, but Mr. Vane fills it and puts him down on the turf.
Yeah, he popped Mano about 3 yards. Looked like it was too bad. Looked like it was going to be a pretty good run, too.
It was. He had a full head of steam.
All right, 2nd and 6. Milner will keep it for a gain of 3. Obviously, Ben, I think it's 2-down territory here.
Yeah, you think they go for it here on 4th?
I think they do unless you get a loss here. If you get a loss, looks like they're going to bring in big old 6'5". Looks like jumbo package is coming in.
Jumbo.
Zachary's is Jack. He's a run stopper.
Yeah. I hear they call him the Bull Moose.
He's getting ears back, ready to plug some gaps here. 3-by-1. Quarterback rollout right. Mano. No, nice ball.
Yeah.
To Branco.
Really good ball on his move out to his right, and Branco having a wonderful game, finding open space, getting to the boundary that time, up to the 38.
Yeah, looks like with Fitzgerald out and Brooks out, Brooks out and Haggerty out, looks like Branco's taking advantage of that and getting a couple more touches, juicing those numbers a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said at the beginning of this drive, the Tigers just got to keep getting out in space, and
they do. You got to keep them honest with the run, but they haven't been able to run it so far. It's seeming like through the air is going to be the way they win this. Is Mano able to escape? One guy, make it 3, and he's up. And it looks like he has enough for the first down. I mean, he's right there, and they're going to give it to him. So what looked like a sack and a loss of 5 turns into a 10-yard gain, and just enough to move the chains for a Tigers first down, Lincoln.
Absolutely getting some momentum here.
As surprise visitor comes to the booth.
Where's Mr. Mano when you need him? Checking ID. And this is going to be handoff. Rookies. That was Logan Lackey in on that tackle. Sophomore. Pretty big sophomore.
Yeah, Link.
Now Milner subs in.
A little bit of time here for the Tigers to catch their breath. They've been running up and down the field here.
Looks like Milner's pretty committed to shredding his ankle this game, which
Yeah.
is that's just the heart you'd love to see.
You know, you just wrap it up. Like, I've been nursing an ankle injury myself. It's not an easy thing to do. Another screen, I like it. Millie up the middle, right near the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
And you got to think that's on the scouting report. If I'm Quabbin and I see number 10, where am I tackling the brother?
Yeah,
Right at the ankle.
yeah. You
You know?
gotta.
I'm going at the ankle and I'm rolling when I tackle him.
Yep. You gotta hit them low. You gotta wrap them up, Link. You know, they say put your shoulder pad right on the thigh, but I've seen Milner squats a good bit. I wouldn't want to do that myself, but I'd rather be an ankle biter like you were saying, Link. And that might be the only way to get him down. And the Tigers going to be a false start on
And talk
Fitzgerald.
about a drive killer, Ben. A drive killer.
I mean, it was third and 1, which is very manageable. But against a team like Quabbin, you make it 3rd and 6. I mean, it just makes it that much harder. And you know, I said it once and I'll say it again, Link. I mean, this is a good enough team. You can't be giving up these little, you know, penalties here and there. It really does make a difference at the end of the day.
Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely.
All the more yardage you have to gain.
3rd and 6. It's 2-down territory here. I think I passed the ball twice. Two by two. Man in motion. Get rid of it. Oh. I mean, why are you not diving for that ball?
Yeah, and also
That's Fitzgerald.
Link, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if they're going to bring out the punt team after that, but I feel like if you're going for this,
Can't punt the ball.
I feel
You're
like
at the 20-yard line.
I know, Link, but I feel like if you're going for this, why wouldn't you run a more high percentage pass, get some yards? Like, make it a little easier for yourself. I mean, you know you're going for it on that side of the field.
So it looks like the Tigers are going to take a timeout here. In a gut check time, I have to have it situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Ben, like you said, you're nursing an ankle injury yourself. You had a gutsy performance this last Sunday, putting up 50-plus points on the Casanovas.
Light work.
You're feeling pretty good going into playoffs for the Adult Flag Football League, aren't you, Ben?
Yes, I am now. However, when I wake up Sunday morning, we'll see. We'll see how I really feel.
Throw in some instant coffee, you'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just hope you wake up.
Yeah, you too. We'll set our alarms, you know. I mean, Link, I must say it's a nice white shirt you got on. You look pretty sharp there, kid.
Thanks, brother. You do too. This is a golf edition
Yeah, I know. I'd love to wear that on the links.
for about the 3 months I was a part of Littleton golf program.
Yeah, a nice little bag too. Gotta love it.
Hey, let's give a quick shout out to a couple of our fans at home. Emma Boussier, Kate Johnson. I mean, they're always watching it. They're always supporting us.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'd be remiss if we didn't give them a quick little shout out. wouldn't we?
Yeah.
All right, Mano taking a shot at the end zone. He's got Branco one-on-one. Comes back. Oh, flag on it.
That's
I
a
don't know
big
about
penalty.
that. That's a big call to make at this stage of the game.
Link, that ball was a little underthrown, and Bronco was forced to come back on it. The defender kind of gets in his way, like, mistakenly. But the ref, I mean, you see that call a bunch against Littleton. Now they get it for once, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think realistically it was probably a penalty just because Branco was coming back so far because the ball was so underthrown that the defender didn't really have a chance because he was just running over Branco.
Yeah,
Bad timing for the
it is.
Quabbin defender, but unfortunately, as the rule states, that is a penalty. Ben, anyone else you'd like to give a quick shout out to?
Not in particular, no.
Evan Mano rolls and gets about 3. Ben, let's give a big shout out. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't shout out Abbott's.
Yeah.
You know, Damon Abbott's up top running the camera.
Absolutely.
Mark Crory doing the nitty gritties
They
with
always do
the
such a good job.
graphics, making sure we're on air, making sure everything's going smooth.
Making
as
sure we
possible.
get the pizza warm.
The
I think
pizza.
I think Damon was on the pizza today. We really appreciate that, Damon.
We've just got a great crew here, Ben. We really do.
We do. I couldn't. I'm just so happy to be a part of it, Lincoln, and you know to be standing here next, gawking at this game with a great friend of mine. It's just really means a lot.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, you know? All right, man, I'll roll out. Oh, nice ball.
I think he's in, Link. Yes, he is.
Dude, and we got a ball game here, Benny.
Yeah, really like that throw from Mano. He takes his 3-step drop, really steps into it, fires a dart, delivers it right on over there. So I believe was that Bronco, Link?
Yeah, he's been his go-to this drive.
He has.
Have to have it.
Big game here so far from Bronco.
Looks like the Tigers are going to go for 2. I really don't know why they don't have enough. I mean, are all these kids just really that bums at kicking that we can't find somebody to kick it 10 yards?
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to Bronco kicking them, but
And please tell me we're not going to run this ball.
they do. And he gets dragged down by his jersey.
Oh,
Link.
helmet. Might have been a face mask.
A couple of flags out there.
Man, Milner did come out with no helmet on.
And it is going to be on the defense. It's going to make this try 1 yard closer now. Most importantly, gives them a redo.
Please tell me you're just getting under center and you're on wedge. On red. Wedge on red, wedge on red. Ready?
Yep. Yeah, you know that play that I always used to get really excited when that was called, you know.
I like that play. I remember back in the day we ran red and Willie took the ball to the house on wedge.
Yeah. That was good.
That was before the turf field was put in.
Yeah, Link, I remember he put his hand on my back and he just
I remember I was the lead blocker. I brought him all the way to the crib. But yeah, absolutely.
and he just followed me, man, right into the promised land.
Yeah. All right, so they're going to take a timeout to rethink this one
Yeah,
here.
they bang a timeout.
Who the timeout is on. Sorry, folks, we're getting sidetracked here.
Link, while they sort this out, let's take a look at some other teams in Littleton High. Starting off with the boys cross country improvement to 3-4. Gotta love it. Moving on with the girls 2-5.
Oh, hold up. They're actually playing, folks. Looks like they did run
And they
wedge,
did
and the
get
2
it.
points going to be good. Go figure. Anyways, Ben, about the upcoming schedule,
Yeah.
let's take another look.
Yeah, Link, girls cross country 2-5. You know, that's a long.
It's a
long
development
season.
year
Yeah.
for them.
The boys soccer 8-5-4. Really interesting. 4 ties there. Moving on, varsity golf 7-8. All right, girls varsity field hockey
Boring.
3-11-4.
I mean, there's one program to keep your eye on here, folks.
And that's in that bottom right.
And we were here last year, and that's girls varsity soccer, 12-3-2. Then we called the playoff game last year.
It was fun.
Kobali and Doucette took them to the promised land, got to the Final Four. They lost a couple big pieces.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can make another run at it this year.
Yeah, Link, I mean, you said it. They lost a couple of big pieces, some collegiate athletes, but you know what, Link? I know they're always grooming up some new young players in that program, and I've said it once before, and they're really turning that girls' soccer into a dynasty here in Littleton, as they seem to be uber competitive every year.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, Ben, it starts at the JV program with head coach Sam Palmer. I mean, that's where it really starts.
That's where the roots dig in.
I mean, just the development of them. I mean, it all just runs right through him, you know.
6:24 to go, Lincoln. It's now only a 6-point game. And
Wow,
Bronco
that's a
hits a
tough
little
hit.
squibby.
Really
They
tough
bobble it
hit
all
to
the way down
handle.
to the 20. And bring it up to about the 34, maybe not even. The 30 it looks. Ladies and gents, we just want to encourage you to stay around for halftime. You know, these Littleton Lady Tiger cheerleaders, they always put on a great show, and that's what they're going to be doing tonight. And, you know, I expect this to be maybe a little bit of a spooky edition, a little new choreography, I believe that is the word. And, you know, it should be good to see, so stick around for halftime for that, ladies and gents.
All right, so Quabbin comes out for a whack of 9. Second and 1.
This is going to be important here, what happens on this drive. I mean, it kind of goes without saying here, but Link, with just under 6 minutes to play here, you do not want to let Quabbin score here and drain enough clock so that you have nothing to work with.
Power right. Gain of 2. Yeah, I mean, Ben, you just don't want to give up chunk yardage here.
Right, I mean, especially because, you know, Quabbin kicked this ball off to start, so they're going to get it back to start the second half. So you do not want to let them double up here. And by double up, I mean get points now before the end of the half, and then come out straight up first play of the second half. And
it'll be 28-8 by the next time Littleton's offense touches the ball.
So this is important.
All right. Off left.
Wraps him up. Good play
Swallowed
there.
up.
And, looks like Mano in there, along with number 53 of the Tigers.
He's a non-listed player, Ben. Just looked for it myself.
Okay. Yeah, must be one of those guys getting an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get an opportunity to switch your number and go make some plays right away, and that's going to be good for a gain of 4. 3rd and 6. Tigers, I mean, this is probably 4-down territory for Panthers. So,
big play coming up here.
I mean, if the Tigers can get a stop here, stack them up, I expect Ferrante is going to dial up a blitz here. He's probably going to send 2, so they'll probably have 6 rushers here.
Yeah, he's dial it up, ladies and gents, and you should dial up DiNapoli's phone number and get a pizza ordered and on its way.
Absolutely. Scan the QR code, guys. Good penetration here by the Tigers. Gain of 3. So now it's 4th and 4. Yeah, guys, scan the QR code. They deliver. I mean, this is brick style, guys. The sauce is sweet, Ben, but it's not too sweet.
It ain't too sweet. And that cheese.
If you don't like sweet sauce, you'll still really like this pie because it's not that sweet. But if you love sweet sauce, order it up because this is the sweetest sauce you're going to find.
Yeah, Lincoln, that cheese, it was crispy. But it wasn't too crispy now.
Absolutely. If you like crispy cheese, it's pretty good. But if you don't like crispy cheese,
it's
still pretty good because it's not too crispy. All right, quick hitter up the gut. Oh, they're going to get him short. He's short.
Wow. Big momentum changer. It seems like the Tigers, they have all of it on their side right now, Lincoln. I'll tell you, momentum.
It's a funny thing.
It's a funny thing. You can't see it. You can't Hear it. But you sure can feel it.
You sure can feel it. Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely.
All right, Lincoln. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They got plenty of time to do something with it here.
All right, they're going to go power left. Nice gain. That's good for 8. Keep it rolling. 3 minutes to clock, so they can't just hang around here.
No. But at the same time, you can't go too quickly. Although I don't think that's too much of a concern with the offense that the Tigers have been running. You know, they're not really a chunk play kind of an offense. They're kind of a, you know, kill you by 1,000 cuts or something like that, as they say. There is a flag out, Lincoln, and the Tigers seem to be moving backwards here. And it does look like it's coming back. Looks like it was a 10-yarder. I'm going to assume holding. Maybe a block in the back, something of that nature.
All I can say, Ben, is no candy for you.
Yeah, you know. Like, there's some people I wish did not have my phone number.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here come the Tigers out in 1st and about a mile.
1st and about a mile is right.
Roll out right.
Looking for something, just kind of has to take it. Oh, a little bit of an extracurricular. Yeah, and they do throw the flags. 3 of them to be exact. Should be a personal foul, late hit, out of bounds. Should move them up 15 yards, and they get that penalty yardage right back. Should also be an automatic 1st down.
Absolutely. So Quabbin got a break with the holding call, and then now they just do a bonehead play like that, and that's going to negate it all and then some.
Yep, it is going to bring up a 1st down, and that is huge, Lincoln. Huge. All of a sudden, you got Mano. It looks like he's maybe gets a gain of 2 on 2nd and what, 25, and then all of a sudden it's 1st down.
And you got to remember he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
So it was 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20 with 2.5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You're thinking about, I'm going to get the ball back.
Yeah. Yep, so they're in Panther territory as Milner scuffles his way for maybe 3.5. Milner definitely still hobbling around.
That was Travis Wells in on that tackle.
They've been doing a little thing, you know, keep Milne in there for 1 play, take him out the next, keep him in there for 2, take him out for the next 2.
Absolutely. Maybe don't hit the sideline, get a little smelling salt in you.
They've been maybe a little shot. They'll stick it right in the ankle. Good stop there. Taglieri for the Tigers on the carry. Swallowed up there by the Panthers D-line. Looked to be number 73, Travis Wells, I believe a captain.
Yeah, that kid's a dog. He's been all around.
He has, you know, these purple accessories for the Tigers. I mean, look, and this is something that we never got. You know, we never got some extra swag, but I mean, I'm not sure if I'm the biggest purple guy myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that whole purple deal. I don't really get it myself. It just seems a little tech schooly, you know.
I'd rather go maybe a black, you know, for the Halloween theme.
Bad snap, and Mano just has to cover it up.
I've been saying this. These snaps, they're left and down, and that time that was really left and really down, and
40 seconds to go
really
here.
is.
I think you punt the ball, Ben. 4th and 9.
Yeah, or you just kind of let this run out until, you know, until there's time enough to run one more play.
And then just take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Take a shot play.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know Justin Leonard very conservative, you know.
Tigers will probably take it down and then call a timeout.
Are they content? Yeah, there's the timeout.
Timeout for the Tigers.
So that's exactly what they do. They take it down till there's 6 seconds, time enough for only one play. They might take a shot here, Lincoln, and I
Do
just...
you do some type of... I mean, the question is does Mano have the arm to get it there? I would think not.
Yeah, Lincoln. Let's take a quick look at the football schedule coming up here for these Tigers as, you know, we're on this TV timeout. So, they're versus Quabbin today. I mean, we'll see what happens here. It's shaping up to be a great one. The last game of the season, that Turkey Bowl over there
It's a
at
month
Air
away.
Shirley. You know, it's a few weeks, Lincoln. It's a lot of time to prepare.
Yeah, that is, like you said, been a lot of time to prepare. A lot of time to
A
prepare.
lot of film
for
to
it.
watch.
I know. They'll probably pick up a couple filler games here and there, and who knows with playoffs? You know, you never know what's going to happen. And the Tigers get out on a win here, and a couple other people lose. They could be thinking about playoffs.
Yeah, Lincoln. You know what, ladies and gents, you're just gonna have to stick around to find out.
And now, Ben, I want to go to Ben's critical play call. What are you running here? Are you going double pass? Are you going deep shot? Are you going screen pass? What are you running?
4 verticals, Lincoln. I know it's a classic play in your playbook, and they just punt it. So they, instead of just running the timeout, they decided to call the timeout. I guess they wanted to talk about it. They wanted to make sure they get that punt off. I mean, we've seen it with Zap. You gotta make sure you get the punt off, and that's just what they do there.
Yeah, no, obviously you go with that play call because you're worried about the pick six, but to me, I don't know. I take a shot. I go double. I try something, you know.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a run.
Right.
Like a counter, a really good counter.
Yep. Well, Link, I mean, kind of an interesting end there to the first half, and I'm really looking forward to the second half. This is really shaping up to be a great game, ladies and gents. Stick around. At halftime, we got the cheerleaders, and then right after that, me and Lincoln will be back to give you the second half. Stay with us here on LCTV Sports, ladies and gents.
Coach, please welcome your 2024 cheerleaders.
And welcome back in, folks, to Alumni Field here in Littleton, Mass. It's been a great Halloween game so far. Tigers trail 6 points to the Quabbin Panthers. And I'm very excited to see what this second half has in store. Ladies and gents, if you're just joining us, Ben Storm and Lincoln Palmer here on the call. Guys shipping up to Boston, comes reaming out of these speakers. And everybody's fired up and ready to go for this second half kickoff.
Absolutely, Ben. Couldn't have said it better myself. We got Dr. Robin here watching us. I mean, this is a great night, Ben. It really is.
Yeah. Shout out Doc Rob. Uh-oh. Wow, Hurdle's a man. Oh, we got a flag here.
Comes in late. Nice chuck by the white cap.
Yeah, it was pretty far and it was on the money. Ref still waiting to... Oh, it's going to be on the receiving team. It's going to push him back a little bit. Once we have further details, we'll let you know. Man, this is a big penalty. This is pushing back quite a bit.
Yeah,
15-yarder.
I didn't see what it was. Must have been a holding or block in the back, maybe.
Yeah. I'm going to go with block in the back, a little personal foul. You just can't do that. But nonetheless, it's a good little break for the Tigers.
Littleton's been pretty good this year in terms of penalties, not taking bonehead ones. You know, they've had some, but they've done a good job this year being disciplined. And I think that's Ferrante. He brings that mindset in.
Right.
You know, you're not going to beat yourself.
Right. Yeah, Link, the Tigers, they had a couple false starts in the first half, but nothing too major. Quabbin, on the other hand, they had that huge pass interference which led to the Tiger touchdown. And it's because of that play we sit at a 14-8 game. And like, this game started off, man, and I know you can agree with this. It started off looking like a runaway for Quabbin, but the Tigers, they come up, they stop them a couple of times, they get a touchdown, and they're right back in it.
Quarterback keeper. Wow, nice job there.
Yeah, really had nowhere to go, kind of loses his footing and falls down.
Cooper Jurgens. Nicoluno.
Yeah. Yeah, Link, I mean, the Jurgens lotion is a soft, it makes you soft, but I'll tell you what, that Cam Jurgens, he ain't soft now, is he?
Nah, Jurgens, he'll hit like a truck.
Yeah, Quabbin taking their time here, as they should. They're kind of letting the clock go a little bit. They're, you know, hustling up to the ball a little bit.
All right, quarterback keeper. Come on, Tigers. Get stout here. And looks like they're going to get it.
And so flags come out late
Flag
again.
comes out late.
This time it might be on Littleton, Link. I fear that anyway. Just has that feeling to it.
I mean, Littleton this year, there's been a handful of games that going into, they thought, you know, maybe they just don't have a chance. And they've been in all those games. We saw it with the Tingsboro game.
Yep.
And then we saw it with the game you and Will called.
Yeah.
Who was
a
it?
good one.
Gardner.
Yeah. They were a good team.
And now we're seeing it with Quabbin. Littleton's done a good job about being in these games of teams that on paper are quite a bit better than them. But what they haven't been able to do all year is finish those games out and execute those games.
Yeah, Link, absolutely. And it was Quabbin who got the penalty, so it moves them back even further. They were very close to that first down. I do believe it was after the play, so it is still going to be first down. But it moves him back quite a bit.
Wow, wrapped him up short, but then he ends up getting the first down.
Yeah, Link, I thought we had him there, out there in the flat. And then he just kind of escapes, scampers, moves them. Those chain guys have been getting a workout today, Lincoln. I know you're close to one of them.
Absolutely. Littleton stacking the box here. Nice timed up blitz. Gonna have a go route here. Branco.
Yeah, Branco on the coverage. It was good coverage. It was targeted there for number 11. Going to be Adam Adams, I believe, there, trying to catch that ball. It wasn't a bad ball at all. It was a little back shoulder, but Branco just had it covered up nice and clean. And that's a good coverage. It forces second down.
Yeah, Branco did a good job at not committing a penalty there. Stay disciplined. Quarterback keeper to the left. Nice job, Branco, getting containment, hopping in on the tackle, and Mano's going to help in on the tackle as well. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. All right, Ben, defensively, what are you calling here? What concept are you going to run?
I mean, it's kind of a tough situation because, you know, you don't want to all-out blitz them and then get burnt deep, but you also don't want to, you know, not stack the lineup properly and then just have them waltz in for 5 yards. So,
absolutely.
You know, Link, I think they're going to run it. I say you just blitz them. You know, I know Ferrante loves to blitz, so live and die by it.
And they're going to go, oh, nice tackle by Reedy.
Yeah.
The thing about blitzing too many, Ben, is it can sometimes alter the run gaps.
Yeah.
You know? But now, Owen Reedy does a good job slicing in right on that guard's tail and getting in on the tackle. And now that brings up about 4th and 8, so it's going to bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be number 1, Wes Sanderson, who already has a touchdown today, punting this one off. And it's a pretty good one. It's high, and it's...
All right, Ben, there's a flag by the kicker. Uh-oh, it's checking up. It's going to hit the end zone. All right, phew.
Yeah, that took a very healthy bounce.
Flag by the kicker. I didn't see roughing the kicker in any way, but there might have been a hold.
I think they're going to call a hold here on Quabbin. Looks like the crew chief in the white hat is still trying to sort this one out a little bit.
I think a redo punt is an option.
Yeah,
redo 4th down.
They do get him with a hold. And as Lincoln said, they are going to repunt this one, but it'll be 10 yards back.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call for the Tigers because otherwise you're getting the ball at the 20-yard line. And, you know, I'm willing to bet that was a pretty good punt. I think I'd have my punt returner a little bit farther back. I think I want toes on the 25, Ben.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more, Link. I mean,
I want to come into it.
We just saw a boot, and with the roll, it was 60 yards. So, yeah, you send it back farther. I mean, it's a lot harder to feel the ball when the ball's over your head. And Lincoln in baseball, what do we say? First step, always backwards. You know,
Absolutely.
You want to come into the ball. You don't want to go back on it.
Absolutely, Ben.
As they do rip a timeout, and this gives us a perfect opportunity to just mention again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, tonight's game sponsored DiNapoli, Lincoln, and you know, me and you, we mowed a couple of slices. It's delicious stuff, guys. Scan that QR code, order yourself a pie, a sandwich, a salad, some pasta, whatever you want. They got it, and there's still enough time in this game to have it delivered by the start of the 4th quarter. So get yourself something, sit back, relax, and we got a game on our hands here.
Absolutely, Ben. Also, a big shout out to my mom. She whipped me up a hot dog to help wash down some of that pizza.
Yeah, Link, I took a look at that hot dog. Looked like it had some nice grill marks on it, potentially.
Absolutely.
It looked like that bun was toasted. Maybe in a pan with some butter. Yeah. It looked good.
All right, so they're going to go with 2 back now. Mano and Branco back. Kind of an interesting punt to call a timeout. Branco. Oh, had some real estate.
I believe Mano's doing a little bit of a flop and doing his best LeBron James out there to try to get a penalty after the fact.
Absolutely.
It doesn't really work for him, Lincoln. I know in basketball you're a big fan of the flop. They used to call you the flopper.
I forgot about that. I
Brings
forgot
up
it was
some
a
good memories,
I
don't it?
forgot it was a flopper.
You know, Lincoln, back in those days, you had a heavier set kid to just sit down there on the block and just take it.
Absolutely.
And you didn't even feel it.
Just chopping wood. That's all it is.
Yes, sir. All right, first and 10 for the Tigers. Little 2-by-1.
You get the tight end to the right. Milner in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. That's going to be good for not quite a first down, I don't think. God, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he escaped through there, Lincoln. I thought it was going to be maybe like a 1-yard gain tackled there right at the line of scrimmage, but he scampers on through and he just kind of squirts
give
by.
it to him.
And they're going to give him the full 10. You got to love it.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
really
pretty
do.
Close. The hometown touch. Man in motion. Evan, get rid of it.
Damn.
Why is he not getting rid of it?
Yeah, he just opts to take the 5-yard loss instead of just throwing it out of bounds. He was surveying the field for a while there as he rolled right, but he just didn't have anywhere to go with it. I kind of expected him just to kind of chuck it out of bounds, but I mean, it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. You have to wonder, did Mano not realize where the line of scrimmage was there, Lincoln?
Yeah, maybe he thought he was at it.
Yeah, if I had to guess. Maybe he got those lines confused because, as you can see, the original line of scrimmage was right on the 45, and he went right out at the 40.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
There's that timing issue again, Ben.
Yeah, Link, I mean, you really stole the words right out of my mouth, but I've been saying it. I've been saying it all game here. That snap, it's low and it's to the left, and it really messes up the rhythm. And you know what happens is you got guys in motion coming across. Quarterback doesn't have the ball, on a timely manner, like Johnny on the spot. It's going to affect the handoff, and that's what you see. You see 2 Quabbin defenders in the backfield before, I believe that was Milner probably on the carry.
Yeah, that was Brady Dennison on the tackle for Quabbin. Now, I think if you're Littleton here, you're going to come screen pass. Step up.
Good step up there by Evan Mano. Link, you talked about this in previous games, but he really has been using that pump fake to his advantage.
It's that basketball background. So now it's going to bring up 4th and 4, and I think it's a no-brainer you go for it here, Ben.
Yeah, Link, at this juncture in the game, I know if you don't get it here that you give them great field position, but at the end of the day, you're still on their side of the field. You still got to be aggressive. This is a great team you're playing, and you can't hang in the balance forever.
Now, are you running it or passing it, Ben?
I think you got to pass this one. Mano's been solid passing the ball. Something quick, though, Lincoln.
Absolutely.
Nothing long developing.
And Mano's got to be able to step up into the pocket. All right, quarterback keeper left.
And he's not going to get it, Lincoln, and that's why I think you pass that one. I understand Mano's been running it, and he's been running it good, but there's only so many times you can call it, especially when he's already done it 3 times on this drive. And the Quabbin, and you got to give their props to them. They were there to defend it, and that's just what they did. Link, we talked a little bit about the thing we call momentum. And right now it was on the Littleton side of things, but you can start to feel it shift.
Yep. Absolutely. Ben, momentum's a funny thing.
It really is.
You can't smell it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Wow. Lincoln, they had him wrapped up in the backfield. He does a little dance on the ballroom floor and gets about 8.
Yeah, he was dancing there like he was on the floor of Smokehouse.
And just able to shimmy his way up there. Five and a half minutes to go. Quabbin rushing up to the ball here. A little bit more so of a hurry-up attempt here. It feels like maybe they got Littleton in a look that they like.
That should be enough for the first.
Yeah, they are going to signal to move the chains, as Sam relentlessly does on the far side.
Absolutely. He's been a dog down there all season. I think if you're Quabbin, you start to take your time now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to bleed as much of this clock out, Lincoln. You know, I know you're a big Madden player, and this is when you put on the chew clock feature and just take your time.
Yep, absolutely.
That's Salvador with the run, and he escapes it and cuts it left. Look at him go. Back left again. Holding on to that ball.
Yeah, it looks like Branco was going to have a chance at the
Yeah,
ball there.
He was trying to rip it as best he could. But Salvador, he's a strong man. He's not super tall. He's got that low center of gravity. Keeps the pad level low and just keeps his legs churning. Holds on to that ball. Little kind of reminds me of Danny Woodhead, Lincoln. Little throwback.
Absolutely. Cooper Jurgens in on that tackle. Let's see what Ferrante can dial up here for the Tigers defense. Nice
Good
job.
tackle there. What is that, Lincoln Fitzgerald and maybe Reedy in on the stop?
Yep, Evan Fitzgerald, number 5, and number 50, Evan Reedy.
Yeah, so 5 and 5-0 come up and take care of that ball carrier, and you're starting to feel the angst here in the crowd and the bleachers here at Alumni Field. They know how important this is right now, getting down here into the red zone.
Absolutely. Tagarelli subs in for Justin Casey.
2nd and 11.
And, play action. Quick hitter to the flat. Nice job, tackled. For a gain of probably 5 or 6, but it could have been a lot more than that.
Yeah, especially knowing that ball carrier, Sanderson. We know he's like the road runner, Lincoln. And when he gets up and going, he's hard to stop.
Meet. Evan Mano in on the tackle. All right, so 3rd and 7. It's 2-down territory. Tigers got to hold them here, man.
They really
got to
do.
hold them for a loss even. A lot of space to the left. They're going to go trips right.
They let him escape up the middle. Churning towards that right side pylon, and just, wow, what a run there. What a run at a very important time in this game. And as Quabbin, the Quabbin side of these bleachers loves it. But if you're Littleton, the air just starting to come out of the place.
Absolutely. Zach Milner had a shot at him at the line to gain, but we know he's dealing with that ankle injury. Quarterback put his foot in the ground, and I saw Milner try to do the same, and he just kind of folded.
Yeah.
When you have that ankle injury and you can't stick your foot in the ground, it makes it tough, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely, Link. You know, at one point this place we had a raucous environment here in Littleton, Mass, and now it's quite quiet as a church mouse, if I must say.
Ben, let's do a quick shout out.
Absolutely,
After
as he waltzes in for the 2-point conversion. And
you know, it was just already over. I was so ready to do the shout out.
Yep, and they go up by 14 on that.
Let's give the quick shout out to the seniors here, starting off with the football players. We got Teddy Hunt, Evan Mano, Nick Brooks, Zachary Milner, Jamison Haggerty, Andrew LeDuc, Owen Reedy, Cooper Jurgens, Griffin McAllister, Alejandro Horton, Casey Keenan, the big dog, Landon Palmer, and last but not least, Stefan Augustu.
Yes, and then a quick shout out for the lady senior cheerleaders, Brooklyn, Lindsay, and Giselle Pereira.
Absolutely. Some dogs, both defensively, offensively, and cheerleadingly.
Yes, yes.
They'll be missing the program for sure, but that's the great thing about
And look at this one.
Nice kick.
Wow, and it just
Tigers
barely
catch a
sneaks
break.
in. And it just barely sneaks in, Lincoln. And that is going to be a big break for the Tigers because that could have been down at the 1 yard line, and they're going to get it now at the 20. So, 20 yards of field position, pretty good, but I can't make, I can't really beat around the bush here, Lincoln. This is a mountain to climb here for the Tigers. 14 points, it's not a lot, and it's not a lot of points for a quarter and 3 minutes to go. But with the way that these teams have been playing, it's going to be a dogfight.
Absolutely, and this is kind of a have-to-have-it drive here for the Tigers.
I would agree.
And that's going nowhere.
Link, there's only so many times you can run that little off tackle, trying to run the left side. You
got to throw the ball, Ben.
You got to throw the ball, Lincoln.
I love running the ball as much as the next guy, but the Tigers cannot run against this front. They just can't do it.
Lincoln, I'm not sure if this means anything, but the Quabbin did switch over to more of the Michigan Wolverine style helmet with the 3 stripes, so maybe it's giving them a little extra swagger.
Seam route off the hands of Branco.
I know in the past they've just had a little Panther logo, a little cartoony, so maybe they're feeling a little extra pep in their step as Bronco, I believe that is.
Yeah, he's pawing at that calf of his. He's had a lot of touches. It could just be a calf cramp. And, man, those are a doozy when you get them.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing more serious than that.
Yeah, they're going to stretch it out, Link. I think you're right on it with the cramp. And, as long as he does get off the field here, I think, that's big. You already have a lot of injuries. You can't add Branco, who's such a good player for this team. Stepping up, having a great game so far, and he's going to get off on his own power here.
Yeah, you'd like to think it's just a calf cramp there for Branco. Looks like it's all it is. Needs to get him a little fluids.
Ladies and gentlemen, wind's starting to pick up here a little bit at Alumni Field. Maybe that plays a factor in the pass game. It certainly seems like it's been carrying some punts, some extra yards lately. Lincoln, that big right to left wind coming off of 495. I mean, you know how that affects things.
Absolutely, Ben. Mano did a pretty good job on that ball, though. It was a little high, but it was a nice ball. Timeout, Littleton. And I don't know why you called it timeout, Ben.
Yeah, Lincoln, you need those timeouts here. I know you still got a quarter plus to play, but you're not a big play offense. And Lincoln, I know we went over this a little bit before, ladies and gents, but we just want to remind you, if you're just joining us, come join us here. Got the Youth Flag Football Championship this Saturday, guys. It will be live streamed, is what I mean to say. Me and Lincoln will be doing that. I'm looking forward to that one, Lincoln.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, Ben.
It should be a good matchup.
Yeah, Park and Rec does a good job. John Kazanjian a good buddy of ours, Ben. He's always out there grinding away. And
Yeah, Lincoln, and I'm seeing pizza and soda provided. And
wow.
as we like to say, I know Ferrante's hoping for a little party in the backfield, and we're bringing the chips and the soda because that's exactly what they need.
Let's see what they can dial up here, Ben.
Yeah, Link, I mean, listen, this is 3rd and 10. This is massive, all right? Because I don't think you're going for it when you're this far down on your own side of the field, Lincoln. So, I mean, you got to spread them out here. You can't just run Milner or Mano on a QB. It's got to be a little bit more creative than that.
Yeah, and it's 2 down territory. You don't need to get it all back here. Mano needs to understand that.
That's just well covered up. About 3 Quabbin defenders right in the area, Lincoln. And
I think you have to punt it.
This is reminding me of the Patriots' Van Pelt offense. Just mundane play calling so far in this game.
Yeah, I think with 1:50 to go in the third quarter, I think you have to punt it.
I think you do too.
Being down 2 scores.
And you're all the way down at your own 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Not a bad punt. Received at the 50. Brought up. And he cuts it back. And gets about 17 on the return. And Lincoln, I mean, the difference of field position, if you went for it on 4th down and you kicked, is about the difference of about 12 yards. So you tell me, Link, maybe if you knew that was going to be the result, you might have went for it on 4th and 10.
Yep.
I would have.
I just would like to see a little bit more creativity, This is a good team you're playing against. Maybe you do a little hook and ladder. Maybe you do a little trick play.
Yeah.
Maybe you do a little flea flicker. I don't know. But Quabbin seems to be ready for everything they're calling.
I know. Yeah, they seem one step ahead in every facet of the game.
I mean, the Tigers' biggest play came on a pass interference call for an underthrown ball that kind of really shouldn't be pass interference, but. Wow, stutter step. Gets the sideline. Oh, a little taunting. Little taunting, little looking back.
All right, so I think at this point, you take out Milner.
We're not making the playoffs, so don't need to see.
Yeah, I mean, it is good that a guy like Milner nursing up that ankle. He's going to have 3 weeks, or roughly, ladies and gents, 3 weeks until the next game. So hopefully after this one, these guys who are a little banged up right now can get a nice, well-deserved break, and they can heal up a little bit as Quabbin just tries to keep their foot on the throat here of the Tigers and go for 2. They pitch it out to Salvador, roaming, cuts it back in, and finds his way. And then gets shoved after by Littleton. Oh, a lot of frustration breaking out. A little bit of a scrum, and I think Littleton's on the worst side of it, at least from what I could see.
Yeah, that's just poor sportsmanship, and you absolutely hate to see it.
No, yeah.
Not to, I can't say I wouldn't have done it myself. But when you've been grinding since the beginning of August, and they know their playoff hopes are on this game, and you got a guy that just put in a 2-point conversion in your mouth, and the emotions get the better of you, Ben.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's gonna be hard to keep your hands in your pockets, not do anything, but you just have to know. Listen, I'm on the losing team. It's only a worse look if I do anything right now. Especially, Lincoln, when you beat them the last 5-6 times you played them.
It's got to be more than that. I don't remember the last time we've lost to them.
Yeah.
And I think if you're Quabbin at this point, you're just saying that, guys, hey, we can't get hurt and don't do nothing with these guys. Because Littletons are some dangerous cats right now. They got nothing to lose.
There's nothing more dangerous with a man with nothing left to give.
And nothing left to lose.
Well, Lincoln, one thing's for sure is the last 3 minutes of this third quarter, holy smokes. I feel like it's been at least 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's been long, and man, a lot's changed.
Oh, man, has it.
If you're just coming in from trick-or-treating, sorry it couldn't have been more pleasant for you.
Link, I don't know how you do it, but you just have a knack to steal the words right out of my mouth. So Littleton, they trail 22 points, and this third quarter just keeps on getting longer.
It's just a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, so the penalty was on Quabb. Little did I know.
Yeah, I definitely saw some Littleton taking some whacks, but maybe they got the tiger touch,
Definitely saw some extracurricular. Wow, and it just splits them. It just absolutely
Smoke a rope. Up there down by the 22-yard line.
Bryce Vinay, the captain, he's had a couple nice pops tonight.
Yeah, he's been popping, Link. He's been popping like a popper sitting on top of the water. Pop it here, pop it there. Little largemouth comes and takes it. I know you know about that.
Absolutely, yeah. I've done a little bit of pop fishing myself.
As my dad says, you got to be the lure. Be the lure.
Be the lure. Quote, Mr. Stormwood.
And you got to use that 10-pound test. You don't want to let Papa Whaley break off now.
Mr. Stormwood's quite the fisherman, huh?
Well, if you asked him, Lincoln, he would say he hasn't had much time to fish because he's just been out golfing.
Yeah.
And but he's
no
not
good
complaining
kid.
about that. I'll tell you that much. But I'd like to take the boat out. Why not? Maybe a little Salisbury, a little striper.
Absolutely.
Under a minute to play, and Tigers, not too much urgency being down 22 points here on senior night. You kind of get a sense. They kind of know what's looming. But Coach Leonard, at the end of the day, he's not really somebody who rushes at any point in the game. As Mano has to watch out, and he gets slammed down and might have hit his head on the turf here and is slow to get up. And that's not what you wanted to see.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was knocked out. He didn't move at all.
Yeah. Interesting. Trainer just kind of pulls him up. I mean, it's not a head injury. I think that was more frustration than anything, Lincoln.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't have been laying on the turf if he was up 22 points, but I can't say I blame him.
And you got to know if you're Mano, you got to stay in the game here. It's 3rd and 15. They need you to throw the ball.
Lincoln, I'm seeing a lot of chins down.
They're tossing the towel in.
I'm seeing some hands on hips. I'm seeing some seniors with their helmets taken off. It's not how you wanted senior night to end. It's really not.
It looks like they're going to put the JV team in.
Music's still playing here, though, Link, at Alumni Field. What is this, a little Van Halen? Yeah. A little jump. I mean, who doesn't like it? Who doesn't like it? I know Damon certainly loves it. And Link, I'm seeing some butts that have been in seats that are now walking towards the exits.
Yeah. The crowd's dwindling. It looks like they're going to be taking a lot of these seniors out of the game here.
Yeah. Including big number 6'7", Lando, Palmer. I mean, Landon literally almost took my head off once. Slow pitch softball. Gave him a nice meatball, as you do.
Yeah.
And he rammed it right back up the middle. Knocked me right down to the ground.
Holy smokes.
I said, Landon, come on, can you take it easy on me? Jeez. Ball was coming in at Mach 9. I don't know how I snared it.
Just put the leather out there and hope it catches. So, Ben,
Mom, look what I found.
You've done a lot of softball pitching, you know. Who do you think your favorite catcher is that you've had for? You know, if you had to pick one catcher of who your favorite was, who do you think it would be?
It's tough, Lincoln. It's tough, you know, that their presence behind the plate is just so. It's
you need it. You need a good leader back there.
Yeah, and you know, Lincoln, this is somebody. You know, I'm kind of blanking on her first name, but she sold out for the team. She went out onto an ambulance, Lincoln.
Yep.
Because she dislocated her ankle. Do you remember her name, Lincoln?
Yes, it's Becca.
Becca, yes. Of course, how could I forget? Rebecca. That's who I like throwing to the most, you know. Yep. She'd always say, good pitch, good job.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you need that moral support. And, you know, Link, I'll tell you what. That slow pitch softball form, it's kind of coming in handy for this cornhole league you and I have been playing. And,
yeah.
You know, it's the same motion.
You know, it's funny, Ben, because Becca's a good player, but definitely not my favorite to see behind the plate, that's for sure.
Well, I mean,
we'll be back next year.
Own.
We'll have a good little run.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like we're going to get some action here for the Tigers. They're changing things up a lit.
And I'll tell you what they don't change up is the play calling. As they run a QB keeper to the left side up to the 28, 27-yard line.
It looks like that was...
And you know,
Austin Haggerty.
Yes. And
class of 2028, Ben. I think that's a sophomore, right?
That's going to be a freshman, Lincoln. That is going to be a freshman. So it's good, though. It's good, though. And what I mean to say is, ladies and gents,
yeah, you're right.
You should stick around because some of these guys, I mean, you don't normally see them out on the field, and they're getting opportunities. They're trying to do the most of it they can because this is when you're not a starter, Lincoln, this is when you earn your play time right here in these situations.
Yeah, I see Thomas Hohenshow. He's going to be the lead back for him.
Yeah. I know Catherine Hohenshow. She graduated with us. She was a cheerleader. She might have been a captain, if I remember correctly.
Might have been.
But good people over there in the Hohenshow family.
I would think Quabbin's going to put their subs in now at this point.
Yeah, I feel like it's only ethically correct, Lincoln. And what we're really hoping for is a continuous clock, and I think that's what we're getting.
Ben, if you had to pick a favorite Halloween candy, what would you pick?
This is a good question, Lincoln.
If you just walked up a long driveway, knocked on the door, trick or treat, what are you lighting up for if you see in that candy bowl? Uh-oh. And a little fumble and a loss of 20. All right, back to the game. What treat are you looking for in the bowl?
I'm going to give you a little bit of a complicated answer here. You know, Link, it's kind of like asking a Patriots fan what their favorite player is. You know, you can say Tom Brady, but you can also have a sleeper, maybe like a Duggar, okay? My Tom Brady, that you can't go wrong, Reese's Cups.
Really?
Yeah. But that sleeper, And this might come out of nowhere, Lincoln. It's that butter finger.
Really, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That seems, I mean, to me, you're picking that out of your teeth all night, man. All night.
Well, I mean, it's Halloween night. I mean, if you're mixing up the Laffy Taffies, you're going to be picking your teeth no matter what, so you better get the most out of it.
I did see Mark Corey enjoy a Hershey with almond at the break.
Classic.
I mean, that to me,
It's
that's just about as good as it gets.
OG.
Hey, I mean, listen, you know you're
can't go
getting a
wrong with
little
a Kit
older
Kat.
when your preferred candy is milk chocolate almonds.
I'm just glad he hasn't started with the dark chocolate yet.
I'm just going to say it, Lincoln. I prefer dark over milk.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
You know, and it's acquired taste. I get it. Some people have more advanced palates than others,
Absolutely.
intellectually as well.
You know what my grandfather's been getting is the dark chocolate covered cherries.
Really?
Oh, let me tell
Like
you a thing or
like the
two, man.
freeze dryer,
No.
just the dried
It's
cranberry.
not. No. Cherry.
Oh, cherry.
Cherry. It is gooey and
Sounds
everything
good.
you could imagine.
Yeah.
That's about as good as candy as you get.
Yeah, I could see it. Does
All right.
sound good right about
So
now.
Quabbin takes over after the bad snap on 4th down. Looks like they're going to have their backups in as
Oh,
well.
and here's another bad snap. So a little tit for tat.
Just covers up the ball. That'll be good. Tigers defense for a
Yeah.
loss of 20.
There's a little chocolate-covered cherry there for the Tigers. Little loss of 10 to 15.
The chain guys started to move. They're like, no, we're not supposed to go. We're supposed to stay back in the room.
Shane guy's getting a little eager.
Can't say I blame him. Heading towards the exit in that direction.
Let's hope they don't get going. There's the first one.
Well, one thing I don't want to downplay, Lincoln, is although, you know, for none of us Littleton fans, this is not how we wanted the game to go. But it is still a beautiful night out tonight. I mean, I got 66 degrees, Lincoln. It's October 31st. I mean, that's practically unheard of.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this, Ben. Just under 7 minutes to go.
You know, Link, I can remember the days so excited to put on a costume, head out with my pillow sack. You know, us big guys were really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And you know, stuffing your face with the chocolate as a little chubby boy. But nowadays, I mean, look at us, Lincoln, here, Halloween night, Alumni Field, gazing upon this beautiful field that our tax money is paid for.
Stuffing our mouth with pizza.
Stuffing our mouth with
Not
pizza.
much has changed.
Not much has changed.
The only difference is we ain't walking around for it this time.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely a good excuse to buy some candy. And especially after Halloween, another good excuse because you're going to get a little discounted candy. And in town, you know, if you're going to CVS, I mean, you're already paying out the ears for any candy there. So, but I know they do offer discounts once it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben's family always buys their Halloween candy the day after Halloween, and then they'll save it for the year, and then give it out the next Halloween.
Yeah.
That's a Stormwind special.
Actually, Lincoln, to tell you the truth, we've had no trick-or-treaters for the past
And
lot of
that'll be
years.
down.
Like
for
not a
loss of
single
5.
trick-or-treater, Lincoln, going to our house.
That's crazy.
I know.
We get a ton.
But we still buy the candy, though.
Yeah, just in case.
You gotta buy the candy. You gotta be ready, and then when you know you're not getting anybody, well, it's all yours for the taking. And that's the beauty of it. So it gives you a good excuse.
Now the clock is winding down rather quickly. 5 minutes to go.
You're right up there. Ooh, little trickery there. Right.
Little trickery up the sideline for Quabbin, but that's going to be turnover on downs.
And that time is just spilling off the clock here. And, you know, that's the way it should be, Lincoln. That is the way it should be.
So now we can take a look at the Tigers' 2 offense, see if they can get anything going.
Did they have first and
Taking a long time to get this play call in there.
Yeah, holy smokes.
So Lincoln, as a kid, man, trick or treating. I know you know all the good spots, man. So, what would you say are the best spots in town to go get yourself some king size? Some Snickers, the two Reese's cups instead of one. You know what I mean? So, what are the best spots? Would you say?
You know, Ben,
And it certainly ain't Crane Road. I'll tell you that much.
I'm a whitetail kid. You know, born and raised.
Yeah.
And that's about as good as candy as it
Yeah,
gets.
I could see it. You got Barrett. Definitely seemed like
Barrett's the type of guy, Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just handful after handful he's going to put in your bag.
Nice.
He doesn't mess around, you know.
So maybe you'll be heading over there tonight.
I remember a couple years back we had people handing out just full packs of gum. You know, like it was nuts.
That's a nice. I'd like to get that now.
Yeah,
Man.
dude, it's they don't mess around on whitetail. They do a good job of it, you know. I would
Absolutely.
definitely recommend it.
Absolutely.
My mom can be a little chintzy. But
In a good way.
yeah. Roll out right incomplete for the Tigers. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. But yeah, it's a good spot. It's a good spot to be.
That's a good shout, Link. Good shout. One thing I was a fan of seeing, Lincoln, was the Patriots beating up on the Jets somehow. I mean, if you're Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how it gets any worse.
Yeah, you love to see it, really.
You really do. Just as much as the Yankees losing last night.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of mistakes in this game, and we saw a lot of mistakes from the Yankees last night. You had Judge dropping a crucial line drive. You had
Rizzo.
Cole not covering the bag. You just can't have, as DePietro once told me, not at this level, Stormwind. Not at this level.
Just about a pick 6 for Quabbin.
Yeah, he was already thinking about that touchdown before he had the ball in his hands.
Oh, they just stack up. Yep.
Tigers, I mean, there's no giving up for them. I mean, this is their senior night too, and they certainly have not lost any pep in their step these last few minutes.
So this is going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Tigers here. With
In a must-have situation.
a minute 30 to go. And they're going to boot it away. And it's going to be returned. And swallowed up at the 40-yard line for Quabbin.
Yeah, Link, another good spot to trick-or-treat is down over there at Macintosh, where a good friend of ours lives.
The
Good
Willie
friend of
business.
ours. Yeah.
There's some money around there, that's for sure.
A little apple Dior. You'll know what you're getting just by the way the doorstep looks.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a good neck of the woods to pull some candy down in.
A lot of hobbling Tigers, Lincoln, but as we said before, they're going to have that extra extended period of time to get healthy before they play Air Shirley. So
Yeah.
that'll be good.
But it looks like this is going to be probably the last play. Looks like they'll take a kneel. And what you hope is not the last home game. I'm sure the girls' soccer team will have another home game or two, but that's going to pretty much wrap it up for home games here for the Tigers. Hopefully we can get out for a soccer game or two once they hit the playoffs.
Absolutely, Link. And, before this game, I asked you, is this going to be a trick or a treat for Littleton? And now we can certainly say, well, this sure was a trick, wasn't it?
Yeah, Quabbin got the treat. They got the cupcake Tigers.
Yeah, yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, It's been nice hanging around with you. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your support watching. We really, really do appreciate it. We got the Ice Bowl game that's going to be at air shortly, so we're not sure if we're doing it yet. Ladies and gents, quick shout out. Mark Rory, man in the helm here. David Abbott's upstairs, man in the camera. And ladies and gentlemen, for Lincoln Palmer, my name is Ben Stormer. Thank you for joining us on LCTV Sports, and join us next time. Peace.